The release of Dragon Ball Super Superhero is right around the corner, and now our boy Gohan is right back in the spotlight where he hasn't been in quite some time. So to celebrate that, I have released the brand new potential restored merchandise line. My first Gohan themed merch. If you are a Gohan fan, you owe it to yourself to get this. It comes in various colors and sizes. We put out some of the coolest merch ever, and this is another addition to the Geekdom 101 store. I'll leave a link down below. Get yours right now. Okay, so it may need to be said, and I'm going to say it as clearly as possible. This video is going to have spoilers for Dragon Ball Super Superhero, so if you're waiting for August to go see the movie, this is not the video for you. We're going to be talking about what happens in the last part of the film, and I'm going to give my thoughts on it, because I haven't really given my thoughts, like my actual in-depth thoughts on this. So with this video, I'll be doing that. Okay, so that's it. Spoiler warning is over. So this video is about Gohan surpassing Goku. Now let me clarify what I mean by that. So at the end of Dragon Ball Super Superhero, Gohan unlocked a brand new form no one's ever seen before called Gohan Beast, Son Gohan Beast, or Beast Gohan. And there was a line there that was said about how he doesn't think that Goku or Vegeta would have been able to defeat Cell Max, and he did. Now you have to also remember a couple other factors with that. Number one, Gohan has not seen Goku or Vegeta and how much progress they've made with Whis and Beerus in a very long time, presumably, so he might not know how strong they really are. And number two, you have to remember that this film was written before the Granola and Moro arc, and as of the recording of this video, I'm putting this video out on July 4th, and as of right now, the Granola arc is still ongoing. So the actual end result of Goku and Vegeta's powers in that arc still remains to be seen, but I'm sure we'll know sooner than later by the end of the year. So what are my thoughts on this? Now, on top of that, Toriyama himself had done a couple of interviews leading up to the film and even afterward where he was talking about how Gohan has the potential to be the strongest, which has never been changed. That's actually never been changed from the very beginning of the introduction of Gohan's character, and even it was reminded of us all the way in Dragon Ball Super that Gohan has always had the highest potential of any of the main characters in Dragon Ball. Obviously, when Broly was introduced, or reintroduced, that is, back in 2018, 2019, that may have changed, because there's always a debate between Gohan and Broly fans that's gone on since that movie's come out, because he seems to also have the power to increase his strength at will during fights, and that's a very cool thing. In Gohan's case, it appears like he can increase his power through his emotions, which I covered in a video I did recently called The Hidden Truth About Gohan, where we talked about this in detail with Jordan Lee. I'll leave a link in the cards in the upper right, as well as I will leave a link at the end of this video. So check that video out so you get a chance to watch it. And I also did a video a few years ago where I discussed the characters with the most potential. Not just Gohan and Broly, but also Frieza, Jiren, even Universe 6 of Saiyans. But Gohan's power now is without question higher than it's ever been. So you're probably wondering, because people, if you're watching this, you're a Dragon Ball fan like I am. So from one Dragon Ball fan to another, what do I think about Gohan possibly surpassing Goku? Well, first of all, again, we're not going to know for sure until we see Gohan and Goku against a similar opponent, or until we have a statement made by either Whis or Goku himself about that. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, this is not going to be a debate video. I'll be covering that in a separate video down the road. Because I am going to do a video about this, debating that, discussing the different points. But this is more so about if Gohan did truly surpass Goku. At the very least, let's go ahead and say he surpassed, at the very least, low-balling Ultra Instinct Goku from the Tournament of Power. High-balling, he surpassed Ultra Instinct Goku from the Granola arc. Now again, I want to repeat, Gohan has not really been tested yet in this new form. He one-shotted Cell Max with the help of Piccolo, and also Gamma 2 weakened Cell Max. So there are different factors to this, but we haven't really seen Gohan use that form in an actual one-on-one fight. You know what I mean? Besides just that one Cell Max scene. So again, what do I think? Well, I actually, for one, I do like it, and I'm going to tell you why. Yeah, the power scaling in Dragon Ball Super without question has been questionable for many, many years. Even starting with, you could even make the argument going all the way back to Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F and how Frieza was able to get so strong in a very short time period. People have been very confused about scaling and about how things have been with these new characters. And that's not really the issue, is how do I feel about Gohan surpassing Goku? I do like it, and I'll tell you why. Because Goku, throughout not only Dragon Ball into Z and now into Super, has always had someone that's sort of like the measuring stick for Goku. The next character he needs to surpass. You know, Vegeta, then Frieza, of course we had Cell, and then with Majin Buu, he never really was able to surpass Buu until after the Buu saga, and of course then we see Beerus get introduced in the timeline, and all hell breaks loose after that. So the idea that Goku has a new, like Goku, the way it's been sort of portrayed now, like in the more recent stories of Dragon Ball Super, you know, the more recent arcs, is that you've got Broly, who has a ton of potential, but he's not really a disciplined martial artist, whereas Goku is. And Gohan was, of course, trained by Piccolo, another disciplined martial artist. Then you've got characters like Jiren. I would say that in the Tournament of Power and the introduction of Jiren, Jiren was, without question, made to be the measuring stick for Goku. In fact, I did a video about it. Differences in philosophy of battle, Goku versus Jiren. And we discussed like the fact that Jiren's character, his role was just to be a new mountain for Goku to climb over. But then we had Moro and others. I like this idea of Gohan surpassing Goku because if you remember, let's go back to Dragon Ball Z. Goku always knew that Gohan was, had more potential. He always knew Gohan could have been stronger. And that destiny was fulfilled in the Cell Saga when Gohan taps into SS2 and then defeats Cell, overcoming Goku's obstacles and becoming stronger than Goku. But if you remember, after the Cell Saga, we have a 7-year time skip until the Buu arc, and the next time that we have Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan in the same room or in the same vicinity, that's when we find out from Vegeta that Gohan is actually weaker than what he was in the Cell Saga. He wasn't training, he wasn't really, keeping up with his studies or focusing, and as a result of that, Goku and Vegeta, one in the other world and one in the main, mortal world, were able to both surpass Gohan. Vegeta and Goku not only were able to use Super Saiyan 2 more effectively, but hell, Goku tapped into SS3, and that was something that was totally new at the time. So Gohan kind of got his one moment in the sun when it comes to the main Dragon Ball story, and then from then on out, from the Buu saga on out, with the exception of maybe Ultimate Gohan, Goku had always been like the dude. And then if you remember in Super, they had that one episode with the recruitment portion of the Tournament of Power arc where Gohan's fighting, neck and neck with Goku and Blue. So again, that one is up for interpretation because you have to remember that Super's written by multiple writers, not just Toriyama, the anime was. But I like the idea of Gohan being stronger than Goku because it gives Goku a new goal to reach. Even though I don't think Goku will be able to tap into this beast form, and I could be wrong about that because they could easily give it to him because Goku gets everything, as I'm sure you know, you've been watching this a long time like me. But I like the idea of Gohan being another measuring stick. Obviously, Beerus, the God of Destruction, and Whis have been Goku's primary motivation of getting stronger. Once Goku and Vegeta discovered God Ki, opened up a whole new world of possibilities for them. But at the same time, now we have a situation where we have Gohan finding this power that is not God Ki, that is totally just regular power built up from his rage. And I like the idea of Gohan being stronger than Goku because not only will it make Goku that proud dad that he was during the Cell Saga, but also it will give Goku a new goal to reach. It'll give Goku a new quest to fulfill to try to get to that power, or at the very least, it'll give him a chance to once again train with his son. Because damn, bro, Goku's been training with Beerus and Vegeta and now Broly and Superhero, but when are we going to see Goku and Gohan work together again, right? Like we saw it briefly in the TOP, but when are we going to see them work together and kind of discover more about the martial arts and about what they can do? And I like that idea a lot because it opens up the door for many possibilities, not just going into the end of Z's story with the introduction of Oob, but also after that, if Dragon Ball is going to go beyond the Tournament of Power. So I, for one, and I'm not really the biggest Gohan fanboy. I do love Gohan as a character. I also love Goku. I mean, people ask me all the time about my favorite characters, and I love Vegeta too. Like, I love this whole series so much that all the characters I pretty much vibe with, right? My personal favorite is Frieza because he's a great villain. But as far as the good guys go, I would say Vegeta and Gohan are probably my favorite good guys. You know, and Goku in Dragon Ball was really likable as well. But I've always liked Goku, so I do feel like I like the fact that Gohan surpassed Goku, if that is the case. We have not seen this new form be fully tested yet, so keep in mind that that's still up in the air. But personally, I think I give this story a thumbs up as far as Toriyama doing this because it's made Gohan and Piccolo relevant again, and it has also given Goku, whenever he does finally see Gohan in the Beast form, which he has not seen yet, we haven't seen that yet in the story, hopefully then Goku will say, wow, so there's more mortal powers that I don't even know about yet. And I like that. I really like that. You know, I'm tired of new forms. I've talked about this a bazillion times. But Goku having a new goal to reach will keep the story going, and hopefully the story will be good enough that we all stay invested. It all depends on taste. But those are my thoughts on Gohan surpassing Goku. What do you think? Just in the comments, let me know what you think about like just that aspect of Gohan and Goku's relationship now, and where you think it's going to go in the future. Do you think Goku's going to surpass Gohan again, or is it going to stay like this for a while? I hope they let it simmer for a while before Goku even comes close, because we never really had time to see Gohan as the top guy. You know, it was very brief, and I like the idea of him maybe not being the main character, but being the strongest. At the very least will give Goku, Vegeta, and Broly something new to look out for. So that's what I think. Have a great day. Take care.